This is Gary Atensi with CNTV, and today I'm with the CEO of Cruising Through Life, Sandy Hargrave. Let me ask you, Sandy, for over 6 years now, you've been providing business training, seminars to entrepreneurs, owners out there. Let me ask you, first of all, what got you involved in this type of industry?
Well, I was in another industry prior to this. I owned a high-end wedding cake business up in Aspen, and part of that business was I went around and taught people all over the United States and in Europe. And what I learned in that was there was a lot of times that they loved what they did, but they didn't know how to make it into a profitable business. And so it was in that industry that I really started doing coaching and offering classes. And then I just decided, you know what works there can work in any business. So I changed, and expanded my audience. And now I work with all businesses, especially with women-owned businesses.
Wonderful. Let me ask you, you've been in business for some time. You've got a great background. Why do you think the marketing and the strategizing is so important today more than ever before?
Well, a lot of times we're bombarded by information, and we're in the information age, of course, and we're bombarded constantly by people wanting us to buy a product and service. And so you really need to be above the crowd, as it were, and become even more than the expert. You need to be seen as the authority in your field. And so marketing to place you in that position is vitally important in today's business world.
Absolutely. Are you finding people out there as they try to wear a lot of hats and that type of thing? Are you finding people that are really focused on what they're doing instead of marketing what they're doing?
I'm so glad you said that, because I really find a lot of people work in their businesses, but they don't work on their businesses.
Wonderful.
And it's the analogy of you can reap the golden eggs that the goose lays, but if you don't feed and water the goose, the eggs will stop coming.
Absolutely. Speaking of your background, you bring quite a bit to the table when you're speaking with people, because quite honestly, you've run both sides of the coin. Mm-hmm. You have actually been in Fortune 500 companies, did great sales with them, but you also know what it's like to run your own company. Mm-hmm. And so why do you think that's so important for these clients?
Well, it's a different mindset, and you wear different hats when you run your own company. The systems are in place in corporate America, and you just drop it and you follow the systems. But in your own company, you have to put those systems in place, and if you don't, it can spell disaster.
Wonderful. Let's jump right in. What is out-of-the-box marketing?
Well, I grew my businesses using unique kind of marketing and sales strategies. One of them is speaking. When I began to offer my genius, which I hoarded for a long time, I didn't want to give that out. It's like that trade secret thing. Mm-hmm. But when I turned that around and started giving that out through classes and trainings and speaking, that opened up a whole nother income stream for me, and it created visibility for me to the point where I got to be known as the #1 authority in my field on the planet. So I know that's one of the out-of-the-box marketing strategies that really, really works.
Absolutely. Quite honestly, you were working with clients out there, business owners out there, who are really successful already. They've done some great things out there. Mm-hmm. Quite honestly, they just want more. They want more time. They want more fun. They want more profit.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they do. And you want to do that in a balanced way, because a lot of CEOs and small business owners work themselves into burnout because they're trying to do too much and they're not doing it with structures and a team to support them to get the work done, and they wear themselves out.
Wonderful. Let's share with the viewers out there. First of all, we'll start simple of how some of the ways you're able to coach with people, all the way up to the more elaborate on the waterways. Yeah. But let's start with one-on-one. Are you able to provide one-on-one with business owners?
I do one-on-one coaching. We meet every week, either in person or on the phone, and we come up with a plan and we strategize what their goals are, and then I help them stay accountable to their dream and their goals with coaching and support. And I also do group coaching trainings, which is really where my heart is. I love working with groups. I love the group dynamics, and I do workshops and up to 3-day seminars for business building strategies and marketing and speaking and all sorts of different topics.
Wonderful. A lot of folks out there, maybe they've never tried coaching before. They get to a plateau rather quickly in business. I know I run many businesses, and you get to a point where you can only do so much by yourself. A lot of people are afraid that a coach comes in and basically does it their way, but quite honestly, you're bringing out what they want to do.
Well, my job is really to support you living the dream and reaching the goals that you want to do. And I help you come up with, we all have our own inner resources. Sure. And I can't necessarily get inside of your head to really guide you. I help you bring those resources and those ideas out, and then I help you implement them. So that's really about you and being guided and supported and staying on track. A lot of people hit a bump in the road and they either give up or they go off in another direction. And I help you stay on track until we just keep working at it until you get there.
Wonderful. Speaking of these groups that you work with, how important is not only what their information they're getting from you and the trainers, but what about just networking with themselves? I imagine that's a very important piece today.
Well, it's when you do something like going through a training or any kind of group event like that, you get really connected and you get really close. And everybody, my philosophy is, how can I support you? And that's the motto that we use in the group. So everybody reaches out with the hand of giving and support first, and you get to where you want to support people to their success, so you refer business to them and you stay connected with them, and we grow together. It's sort of the lift as you climb philosophy, which to me is where my heart is.
Absolutely. That's where your passion lies right there, is people coming together, and there's great strength in numbers without a doubt. Let me ask you about something you're well known for, which is these seminars on the sea. Tell me all about this. What is this?
Well, one of the ways to create visibility, and you want to be visible and you want to be known as the number one authority, and you also want to develop a following, and a very quick way and a fun way to do that is to offer signature events on cruise ships. What that does is it expands your base of customers to more global, because people from all over the world cruise, but it also creates momentum behind you of growing a base of people that want to come and work with you. For example, if you go on, we're doing a business networking cruise in November, and people coming on that are going to be excited to come away with the training and all the fun they're having. The word's going to go out. Did you do that? And all of a sudden it snowballs, and you have this massive momentum of people following you, and you just keep offering those, and you can grow and grow and grow. And it puts you in an authority position very quickly, because successful people are the ones doing events on ships. So by doing them on ships, you can become one of those successful people.
Wonderful. I love it. Folks, if you take a look at the bottom of the screen right there, what you're going to see is her website right there. You'll also see her contact information. On the website, you can take a look at some of the upcoming seminars she's got there on the sea, as well as everything else she has out there. And you're going to see some great testimonials. Quite honestly, people that have used her system, it's a proven recipe that it works. And so people have found that they have maybe found the missing piece that was needed to get them to the next level where they need to go. Let me ask you, a lot of ladies out there getting into business now, and a lot of them are afraid of selling themselves, selling the company. But quite honestly, if somebody sells correctly, doesn't look like selling, it's sharing.
That's right. Well, and I have special training specifically for women around that, because women tend to be a little more reserved and a little shyer about asking for the order than men do. And so a lot of that's tied in with their self-image and their self-worth. So I work with them to get underneath of what's causing them to be really afraid to ask for the order, and also what's causing them to be afraid to price their products and services in a way that actually generates profit for them. And I do that in a 2-day workshop, and it's a lot of fun, and we get up and we role play and we look at your subconscious beliefs, and so we do the inside and the outside, and it's great fun, and they walk away feeling a lot more confident about what they're doing when they offer their products and services to their customers. So it's all good.
Very good. And obviously based here in Parker, but quite honestly, you are available nationwide. You're available worldwide because of teleseminars and anything like that.
Well, I also travel and speak at other people's events across the country, and also do events on cruise ships. So I'm readily available online and in person.
Let me ask you, Sandy, before we let our viewers go today, someone out there who has never used coaching before, they know they maybe hit that plateau, or maybe they haven't, they want to keep that momentum going. What would you tell them?
Well, a coach is there to really support you to live your dream. And we're available in a lot of different arenas. You can have a financial coach or a social media coach. There's lots of different ways to be coached in your business, but really allowing someone to help you get where you want to go, their heart is where your heart is, and their best interest is really to support you to succeed. And what's true is we're not an island. We can't build these businesses by ourselves. There's never been a really successful business on the planet where the person did it all by themselves. And we really need to get out of that paradigm and move into the team support and being willing to be guided and being willing to be supported. And that's what coaching's about.
Coaching is definitely about not only leveraging people's money that we all know, but leveraging people's time, using other people's expertise in such a way. Wonderful. Once again, folks, that website is at the bottom of the screen right there. And also go to their Facebook page while there as well and click on the like button. They keep you apprised of all the events they've got coming up, possibly some seminars they have going there. And you can even go to the website there and sign up for your free ebook, download it right there, and it's a good starting place. And basically they can reach out to you and help you in that way. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.